Greetings everyone, my name is Elizabeth Anderson Ganchala and I have prepared this video recording to answer the following questions. Question number 1. How do you define racial and educational justice? How will you address anti-Blackness within educational institutions? Provide an example and describe what anti-racism means to you. Racial and educational justice, for me, is the power to create and maintain equitable systems that allow all people, regardless of race or origin, to have access to the same opportunities, resources, and support necessary to succeed. It also means breaking down systemic barriers and prejudices that insist on maintaining inequality to guarantee equitable treatment, representation, and inclusion in educational environments. This approach aims to empower marginalized communities with community programs and services, promote diversity, and foster an environment of respect and understanding so that we can all reach our full potential. Question number 2. How do you ensure diverse cultural perspectives are respected, and how do you build trust and foster collaboration among culturally diverse communities? Describe an example of how you have handled conflicts or misunderstandings arising from cultural differences. To address anti-Blackness within educational institutions, I will assist in the implementation of curricula that also more accurately include Black history and contributions. I will help to promote responsive cultural practices and support school policies that promote racial parity in school discipline and academic achievement. For example, to address and reduce these conflicts, it is important to promote cultural sensitivity and encourage intercultural competency among students. This is one of the practices that Davis Elementary, where I work, has implemented. As an instructional assistant, I teach students about different cultures. I help encourage open dialogue and celebrate diversity. In this way, we can create an inclusive and harmonious environment within the class. I would also collaborate to carry out professional training for educators to know how to recognize and counteract prejudices in the educational institution. Ultimately, the important matter is to collaborate at school to create an environment where all students and employees feel valued, respected, and empowered. Question 3. How do you define both intersectionality and DEI, diversity, equity, and inclusion? Describe an example of how you integrate DEI principles into your everyday teaching practices. To me, intersectionality is the understanding that individuals experience overlapping and interconnected social identities, such as race, gender, and class, which can lead to levels of discrimination and privilege. Now, diversity refers to the representation of various social identity groups within the school and its community. Equity involves providing resources according to the need to help diverse populations achieve their highest state of health and other functioning. Inclusion, on the other hand, strives to create an environment that offers affirmation, celebration, and appreciation of different approaches, styles, and experiences. Diversity, equity, and inclusion, DEI, is a conceptual framework that promotes fair treatment and full participation of all people, especially populations that over the years have been underrepresented or subject to discrimination based on their origin, identity, disability, among other aspects. Diversity, equity, and inclusion involves the creation of opportunities that encompass diverse perspectives, guaranteeing inclusive treatment and an environment where everyone feels valued and respected. Thus, at Davis Elementary, we make sure that staff incorporate diverse materials and perspectives into the curriculum. ensuring that all students see themselves represented, creating a classroom culture where each student feels safe to express their identity and unique experiences. For example, at a kindergarten level, I love to encourage students to share their own stories, to tell us about their traditions, thus promoting empathy and understanding among classmates. Question 4. How does your positionality and social location inform your teaching practice? Provide an example. How will your work in promoting identity and belonging within your learning and teaching working community? As a kindergarten teacher assistant, my positionality and social location greatly influence my teaching practice. Coming from a diverse background myself and understanding variations in cultural sensitivity, I strive to create an inclusive classroom environment where each child's identity is respected and celebrated. For example, I read books to them and we do monthly multicultural activities that reflect the students' diverse backgrounds, making sure they see themselves represented in the learning material. By encouraging freedom of expression and sharing their own stories and traditions, I work to promote a strong sense of identity and belonging within our learning community. One of the main goals is to cultivate an atmosphere where all students feel valued and empowered to express their unique selves. Thank you for this opportunity.